The only problem with recommending the Sun and Moon anime to people is it's really hard because, not to be that guy, but the sub is so much better.
Yeah, because they actually use Pokemon music in the music.
Exactly. The music is so much... It's not even because of the acting. The voice acting is, like, fine. It's really cheesy in the dub, but it's, like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's always been that way, so it's, like, I don't mind it for the most part. And not to say that the Japanese acting isn't cheesy, just sometimes just the translations are a little cringe. Just in terms of, like, people don't talk like that.
That does happen.
That's just
that's a dub thing in general, but like Pokemon has had a little, the modern Pokemon sometimes gets a little bit silly with it.
Well, I actually know why that's a thing. Because the people who make them dub it make them try to mimic it as close to the Japanese as possible, even if it sounds off.
Yeah, that's true. Just sometimes some of the sometimes I'm like, why? That could have used another take. But like,
but again, that's why, because the voice actors want to get creative with it, but they're like, no, you have to make it sound like the Japanese voice acting, which the Japanese language doesn't have the same inflections as English, so it always comes across really weird. So that's why it sounds like that.
Yeah, fair enough. But the real reason why the Japanese version is so superior is because, okay, two reasons. One, if you're someone who is like sensitive to like how different shows are color corrected, the dub did some weird things. Like the dub is like super desaturated for some reason.
Yeah.
Like Pikachu's yellow is like a weird off-white almost.
Ugh.
Oh god.
Like versus it's like vibrant as that yellow. In the Japanese version. I don't know why they muted all the colors in the English dub, but
maybe just because we have sensitive American eyes.
Maybe, I don't know, but it's like it sucks because it doesn't look terrible, but the show is so beautiful with its animation and vibrant colors that it's like it feels like, okay, first of all, why did you nerf it? But the biggest thing is the music, because the music in the Japanese version is it's a combination of original orchestral score with remixes of songs from the games, and it's awesome. The English version kind of like, no offense to Ed Goldfarb, who's the guy who does the composing for the dub, but like a lot of it sounds very elevator music-y.
Damn.
It's very generic.
Yeah.
And like there are some things Ed Goldfarb does well. Like one thing I think he does better than the Japanese soundtrack is there's a lot, like Ed Goldfarb pays attention to character motifs, where like I picked up on when I watched the dub, Ash has a theme that appears whenever he's on screen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Versus the Japanese version is a lot more inconsistent about how it uses it tends to pick its music more just based on vibes rather than.
Which is still not bad.
Yeah, that's fair. But like just in terms of just sound and like the openings, oh my god. So the Japanese openings are incredible for a lot of Pokemon songs. But the English dubs, the theme songs are only relegated to 30-second snippets.
Yeah.
And they're not very good. Like some of the XY ones were okay, but like for the most part, like you compare the opening between the Japanese and the English versions, it's night and day, and it's kind of embarrassing.
Oh jeez.
Jesus. Oh damn.
Oh, that's okay.
But yeah, but the problem with recommending the sub to anyone is there's no official source of it. Pokemon does not distribute the Japanese version like officially in the West, so you have to rely on fan subs and go through like sketchy websites to get them.
Yeah.
And to be fair, there was a fan subbing group called Some Stuffs, or Some Stuffs that was like the most popular fan translator for the Sun and Moon anime, and their shit was awesome. Like their translations, and it became like the main way people watched it when it was airing. But it's still like it's hard to recommend someone watch a show and tell them they have to kind of do homework.
Yeah, it's not fair.
So it's like, yeah, if you're just gonna watch the dub that was originally on fucking Disney XD of all platforms.
That's where Yokai Watch was too.
Yeah,
that explains a lot.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Disney sometimes has things.
Now Netflix has the distribution rights for the Pokemon anime in the West.
Yeah.
Which because they did Pokemon Journeys and the new series Pokemon Horizons.
Yeah.
I have not watched Pokemon Horizons at all, and I kind of gave up watching Journeys because it was kind of boring.
Isn't that just like Ash's last adventure?
It is. And to be fair, in terms of characterization and like the Pokemon battles and stuff, it's actually pretty good. Like, it's not as good as Sun and Moon. It has a lot of the same charms as Sun and Moon in terms of some of the goofy character writing, but I just thought structurally it was a lot more bland. A lot of it was, at least the adventures the characters were going on felt very,
by the book.
Yeah, very by the book, and which sucks because it is the season when Ash goes from winning a championship in the last, in Sun and Moon to literally becoming world champion in that series.
Yeah.
Where he literally becomes the best in the world, which is fucking crazy after 20 years of treading water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And it was and I saw those moments because those moments became big like highlights on social media when those happened. But everything in between was not very interesting to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
So like really cool moments, but not a amazing show in my opinion.
It was probably just because they wanted to like go back to what they were doing before, and they wanted to make it like a strong structure for people who wanted it like that.
Well, it had a really interesting premise because okay, so X and Y was the last series that had the like typical structure where it's like, oh, we're gonna kind of follow what the games do, where Ash is gonna go to a new region, he's gonna start fresh with Pikachu, get a bunch of new Pokemon, meet a bunch of traveling companions, travel to gyms, fight, work his way up to the league, lose in the end, fight an evil team along the way, and Team Rocket several times along the way, and then go home and rinse repeat. That is basically what everything after Gen 1 was up until Gen 6. With varying degrees of quality.
Yeah.
But then Sun and Moon changed the formula where it's like, okay, we're going to have a region like Alola, which is a lot smaller, and we're going to put Ash in a school for Pokemon stuff, and all of his companions are going to be classmates. And it's mostly going to be in a series of small locations rather than sprawling across an entire region, because Alola is a series of small islands, and it's going to be like a slice of life comedy with like with a couple narrative threads that build up over the course of the season, and it worked really well, and it was really, really good. Then it's like, okay, what do we do next? The Gen 8 series, Journeys, had a really cool idea where it was like, hey, Ash is going to meet a new character, this kid named Go, and the two of them are going to become basically research students at a Pokemon Institute in his home region of Kanto, and they basically get tasked to go out on field assignments all over the Pokemon world. So rather than having an entire series stuck in one region, whatever the newest region is, which would have been Sword and Shield, the gimmick of Journeys was that they go to different regions in every episode.
That's really smart, actually.
Which is
include
like
everything like that. Yeah.
Exactly. So any episode could take place in any corner of the Pokemon world. So you can imagine my frustration when you have a premise that allows for so much creativity and they use it in really boring ways. Where a lot of the episodes are just very generic. Like let's go to Sinnoh and meet a Piplup, and it's gonna do some funny Piplup things, and then we're gonna go and
then we're gonna go to Kanto where they can't.
It was just like I was just not impressed with how they were not taking advantage of like the gold mine of creativity that the premise allowed them for. So
that
I was
a huge bummer.
But I am happy with at least how it ended, because at least it gave Ash a good send-off. It gave like Ash and Team Rocket and all the characters that have been kind of mainstays for 25 years a really good send-off.
Weren't Misty and Brock in that one?
They pretty much all the companions from previous seasons cameoed in some way or another in that series.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Misty and Brock also cameoed in Sun and Moon for some really awesome episodes, because you gotta remember,
nice.
Sun and Moon was also during the 20th anniversary of Pokemon era, so there was a lot of nostalgia baity stuff in it, which was cool.
I gotta play Sun and Moon, the games, or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I should say.
I played base Sun and Moon. I've not played much of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
I've heard that the Ultras are better, I think.
I think they improved some bits and pieces.
Yeah, I just want to play it in general. I've just been super curious about it recently. When it originally came out, I was like, this is dumb. But also I think I didn't have a 3DS, and I was like probably just jealous. But I'm super curious about it now, so I'd love to go back and give it a shot. I guess I just didn't like the fact that there was an Ultra version, but now that I've learned why there's an Ultra version, I'm like, oh, okay.
It's like Persona fans not buying the new game because they know there's going to be an updated version 3 years later.
Yeah, I mean, Black and White version 2 happened as well, but I guess those were separate games.
But that was a full-on sequel.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't like a replacement.
No, you're right. And it's just in my mind, I was like, that's kind of silly that they just called it that.
Yeah, Black 2 and White 2.
Yeah, version 2. It wasn't even just 2, it was version 2. Like, it had version in the name.
Yeah, I think, I forgot, after Black and White, they dropped the version in the titles. Because it was Pokemon Red version, Pokemon Blue version, it was an Pokemon Diamond version, and Pokemon Platinum.
Yeah, well, because version 2 sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah, because remember, it was starting with X and Y. They just called it Pokemon X and Pokemon Y.
That is better. In my
yeah.
opinion, if they just do that instead.
I play Pokemon Blue version.
I play Pokemon Heart Gold version. I play Pokemon Soul Silver version.
And as for that newest series, Pokemon Horizons, I honestly don't know anything about it or what its quality is. I have not watched it.
I'm pretty sure that it's just generic.
Well, I know it's like I know some people like it from what I've seen. It's like I haven't heard anything terrible about it, but I also haven't heard anything like amazing.
Yeah.
Because it is basically it's a new series with brand new characters and a brand new storyline.
Yeah, which is cool.
Which is neat. It's something I feel like the series should have done a very long time ago. But
go off, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
It's on Netflix, so maybe I'll watch it at some point. But
yeah,
I don't know. My Pokemon interest kind of died with Sword and Shield because
me too.
Because like I got really into Pokemon because I wasn't really much of a Pokemon fan as a kid. Because I don't know. I just didn't play many of the games as a kid, and I didn't really watch the show. I got into Pokemon late. I got into Pokemon in like my mid-teens. Because it was when Go came out, and that was hyping everyone up. So I said, "Fuck it, I'll buy it." And
damn, that late, huh?
Yeah, it was 2016.
Shit,
because
dude.
Pokemon Go came out, and my friend was obsessed with it. My friend had always been a massive Pokemon fan.
Yeah.
And they were obsessed with Pokemon Go, and I was like, "Fine, I'll play too." And I had fun with that. And it kind of got me interested in the Pokemon world for the first time in a way that like I never got interested in the games. And then I remember scrolling through Netflix in that same summer and saw that the original series was on there. I said, "Fuck it, why not? I missed this in my early childhood. Let me catch up and see what I missed out on." And I had a surprisingly really good time.
Yeah, Kanto's really good.
Like more than I expected, and that got me into like I didn't watch all of it obviously because there's like thousands of episodes, but I caught up to whatever the newest series was at the time, which was X and Y was ending, which of course was a very good series, so it was kind of a good time to hop on.
Oh yeah.
And then I got into the Sun and Moon games because those were coming out like right after that. The Sun and Moon were also coming out that fall, so it was like that was like the most I'd ever been into Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then I kind of stuck with the games. I played, I didn't play Ultra Sun, but I really like Sun.
Yep.
And then I was really into the anime throughout all of Sun and Moon's run. And then I started watching the newest series, but I'm gonna be real. Like I said, Journeys wasn't much doing it for me as a show. And in terms of the games, Sword and Shield wasn't interesting me, not because I didn't think it looked bad, but because the discourse surrounding the game was so toxic that it just made me not want to be associated with Pokemon at all.
The thing with me with Pokemon was like, I jumped on the bandwagon pretty early as a kid. Like when I got a DS, I got Pearl. Like that's what happened. And
I got the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl DS.
Yeah, yes you did.
I did.
I had the Mario DS. I snapped that thing in half. But
I didn't, thankfully.
It was funny because I jumped on Pokemon pretty early, and instead of being like, oh, I wonder what the next new one's going to be, I was like, I wonder what the old ones were like. And I used to do that a lot with game series when I was a kid, and that's what got me into like retro games to begin with, because they were like, oh, there's a Pokemon game on the GameCube that's really good, and oh, there's like a Pokemon game on the Game Boy that not a lot of people know about or have because it had Pikachu in it, and it was like not as common, and like obviously like it is now, but it's like, and like, oh, there was Pokemon Crystal and I was like, whoa, all these games are so fucking cool. And so like I went back and explored a lot, and honestly, like I actually kind of lost interest in the Pokemon series at Black and White version 2, and then I like decided to give Y a chance, and I liked Y, and then just kind of stopped there and hadn't played a Pokemon until Let's Go. And then after Let's Go, I didn't play one again until Arceus.
Yeah.
So, like, I waited, like, a long time for those. And then, like, people are like, oh, you've got to play ZA. And I was like, do I? And I remember I played, what was it called? The fucking, I did play a little bit of Brilliant Diamond and Pearl and stuff, but what was you've got to be fucking kidding me. What was the other remake that came out?
There was Alpha Ruby.
Not those. I like those.
Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. Sorry.
I did play those.
The Let's Go games were basically just Gen 1 remakes again.
No, sorry, they weren't remakes. I'm sorry. What were the Scarlet and Violet? Holy fucking shit.
Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, the newest ones.
Gen 9.
Yeah, the new ones. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I played those and I was like, this sucks. Like, I didn't like it.
I remember a friend got it for us because he's just like, yo, I want to play Pokemon with you guys, so here. And he gave it to us, and I popped in Scarlet because I'm like, fuck it, let's see what this game's about.
Yeah.
I haven't played Pokemon since fucking Platinum.
Yeah.
I technically played Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah.
When that came out, but that's technically a remake, so I don't count that.
Right.
So when I played it, and then I was like, oh, what are even some of these mechanics, or oh, what are some of these Pokemon? And then like half the game was just tutorial, and I'm like, this is disgusting.
The beginning of the game put me to sleep.
Yeah,
It was
Pokemon
really
games
bad.
kind of have this. And I even had this problem because I said I really like Sun, but I was like, damn, this game is easy as fuck. And I'm like, I forgot these games are literally designed for toddlers. Like,
No, but like the opening to Scarlet and Violet literally holds your hand for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I got bored with it, so I gave it to my cousin, because I know he loves Nintendo stuff, and he popped it in, and he played it for an hour, and he gave up for the exact same problem.
He's
so
8. Fucking boring. The opening of that game is so boring.
Yeah,
and it's way more boring than any of the other Pokemon. I know what I did. You don't have to say anything. I know what I did. But like it was way more boring than any of the other fucking Pokemon openings. I hated it. And then people were like, "You've got to play ZA," and I was like, "Do I?" And like I've heard good things about ZA, but like I don't know. The only thing that interests me about ZA is that the customization for your trainer is like insane. And also that like the clothes aren't gender locked, which I thought was amazing.
Actually,
that is amazing.
So I was like,
that's progress.
That was the only selling point for me though, and I was like, I can get that in anything else. I don't have to play Pokemon
Hey,
ZA.
Varus, look at your live counter.
Yes, 60. I hate you.
just out of spite, I'm gonna censor it.
I really need to just lock in for a sec. Let's move on and talk about something else, please.
Actually, I would like to just point out that I would argue that we need more Pokemon games like XD, Gale of Darkness, and,
Yes, please.
and Coliseum, because those games fucking ruled. They had great story, and they had fun mechanics that no other Pokemon has utilized until Go, and even then, they didn't use it very well, I don't think.
Yeah, no.
So, you know, get on that shit, Game Freak.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't even Game Freak, it was someone else,
No, it
I
was
think.
Genius Sonriety or
Yeah,
something
come
like
back.
That. Yeah, well, because they didn't even know what Pokemon was. That's why they made it like that, but it doesn't matter. It was really good.
I liked it, though.
Yeah, no, it was really good.
Jesus Christ. Here, I'll pull a card.
Yeah.
From as you get older, do you find that you act more and more like your parents?
In some ways, unfortunately, yes.
There are some ways that I've noticed, obviously, because they raised us, so, like, that's just how it's gonna be.
Sure.
But, like, I don't know, as I've gotten older, like, there's a lot of things I see that I mimic, but there are plenty of things that I see that are very different.
That is true.
So, I mean, like, yes, but also, like, that's just because they raised me.
Fair enough. Oh, we go into the final Bowser.
The final Bowser.
Boneser? Wow.
Here we go!
You needed 90 coins to get in there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you had like 100.
I had like 113 or something,
Yeah.
111, whatever it was.
Jesus.
I forgot that was a thing, and then when they started telling me, like, oh, you need coins, I was like, oh, shit, I should keep collecting them. I find it addictive collecting them.
I mean, it's an extra level of challenge, right?
Sure. It's called padding, but yeah.
But it's again a challenge factor. You could beat Crash Bandicoot in 3 hours if you don't bother with the boxes.
Speaking of which, how long is this recording?
3 hours.
Point proven.
Yeah.
Because I do remember as a kid, I remember picking this game up in the morning and then beating it at night, by the time it got close to bedtime.
Oh, damn. I'm getting too fancy with my footwork. I gotta chill the fuck out.
There's a few games
you gotta
I've done
lock
that
in.
with.
I gotta lock in. Hey, Dan.
Yeah,
Warhagaig.
I would just like to say that to answer that previous question myself.
Oh, yeah.
I am slowly turning into my dad, like in bits and pieces, but you know.
I mean, again, like I
know,
said,
my brain turned
fuck
off.
me. Like I said, like it happens. Like it's again, like when you are raised by people and you live in a household, like you're going to adopt some of the things that you got from those people, whether you want to or not. Like it's gonna happen. So the only thing that will really, if you want to grow out of certain things, you got to remove yourself from the environment. I'm sorry, Justin. You were gonna.
No, I was gonna say just becoming your parents is kind of, at least in some way, is kind of an inevitability.
Kind of
to a degree.
I think it's. I mean, it's like you're definitely gonna get stuff from your parents, but like there's also not like
Dude, you gotta stop dying in that same spot.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm too interested in this conversation because psychology and sociology interest the fuck out of me. But I just like.
Okay.
Yeah, like obviously,
Yeah.
like if you have a racist dad, that doesn't mean you're destined to
Be racist.
destiny's in your racism's in your blood.
Yeah, it's not how that works.
But it's like, but there's definitely like certain personality quirks and things. Like every single time that if like my dad is very particular about money in terms of like saving money and being very frugal, and I'm not nearly as frugal as that man is, but every single time I see like a certain like price tag on something, or like I see the bill at a restaurant and I go, oh, this is a load of horse shit, they're just robbing us. I'm like, oh god, it's happened.
Yeah, no, that happens to us too. That I've done that because like our mom is just like, oh, you got to make sure you save money and stuff, and it's so funny because now I've gone to like stores. And I'm just like, $6 for a carton of milk. Oh my God, they're robbing us. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then I'm like, $4.98 for gas. What the hell?
I'm pretty sure you get a boomerang flower if you beat all these guys.
I'm gonna try.
Sorry, my muscle memory from the original game is coming back.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And that's how you can get that funky coin.
That's how you get that funky music, white boy.
Drop down to the level below you.
Yeah, I mean...
that.
Yeah.
That's
I
all.
want to be risky about
That
it.
was the dumb way. But I never got anywhere by playing it safe.
Ain't that the truth?
Except with medical stuff. Please be safe with medical stuff.
Nope,
protection.
take risks.
Use protection. Don't get diseases. Don't spread diseases.
Why? Are you fucking your doctor?
Spread love, not diseases.
Wow.
I read something recently that was like an apple a day keeps the doctor bent over and moaning, and I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I was like, you putting them in them?
What are you doing?
You putting them in them like anal beads? Like, what are we talking about right now?
Apple cores.
Apple core, yeah.
I guess. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Somebody's getting freaky at the doctor's office.
Because you're spanking them? Like, I don't get the joke. Somebody explain.
Peter, explain the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter here. Some people like to get freaky with their doctors, and then some people like to do it with apples because it's a fun stereotype.
Jenna? No. Not with the door open.
What?
I love that meme.
I don't even know what
There's
that
this
is.
thing where it's like, from now on, our relationship is strictly medical, professional, and then she like kisses him and he goes, Jenna, no, not with the door open.
Oh, I know that clip.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, oh shit,
Dude,
oh shit,
you're
oh shit.
playing with
Oh shit!
Oh, you gotta buy the fucking Podobo at the very end.
I won't.
I was like, don't pick up the pity.
Nope,
don't
I
pick up
won't.
the pity leaf.
I refuse.
Don't do it.
I did that as a kid. I will not do that as an adult.
I also did it a couple times as a kid.
I mean, you can't help it.
Get the funny boomerang. Now you need the funny boomerang.
I'm gonna fucking try to get it.
All right, well, while you're trying to get that, is life easier for kids or adults in general?
Easier?
Easier.
I think both groups have it hard in different ways. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an adult. I will say as an adult, I don't want to be a kid anymore. But like, I have to pay taxes and shit as an adult, and I have to worry about 401ks and car insurance and like medical bills. Well, as a kid, I didn't have to worry about that. But unfortunately, as a child, I was ordered around and never taken seriously. So, you know, that wasn't fun either.
No.
I like to think that in general, a lot of things in life are kind of consistent because, like, yeah, if you want to talk like objectively, being an adult is a lot harder because there's a lot more shit you have to do. But when you're a kid, if you're not allowed to, like, if it's a nice summer day and you want to go to the beach and your parents say no, that's like the end of the fucking world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is true.
You know what I mean? Or like if you're told that you can't buy a video game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that shit is like on the same level as like needing to file your taxes as an adult. Like in terms of personal impact.
Yeah, and there's
So-
also a bunch of other shit too, where it's like if you're a kid and you want to do something, like I could get into like deep subjects and stuff where it's like, you know, like if there's a kid who's like is gay and like their parents don't support that, then it's like you're kind of stuck with that until you leave. You know what I mean?
Right, but as an adult, you could just leave.
Well, when you're an adult, you have to like, I mean, you would have to deal with it as a kid too, but as an adult, you deal with prejudice and you deal with like the government trying to take away your rights because you feel a certain way, and it's stupid. So it's like, I would say that like they have to deal with things on both sides. It's like, yes, adults have to deal with more on a daily basis, if you will. But in terms of like how tough it can be as an adult versus a kid, it not that they're like equal, but they're pretty damn close.
Yeah, they have their own things. The one difference is control. Adults have control of whatever situation that they're in.
Right.
Where they can do something about it or not.
Right.
Where kids don't. Is that what the hell is that?
That is a infinite flight suit.
Nope. Know what that does?
What does that do?
That warps you to the very end of the level. Instantly.
Oh, that's even more.
That's
wow.
It's like we give you the pity leaf, which gives you invincibility, which gives
and if you really suck.
and if you really suck, we'll just let you skip the fucking level.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I refuse. I'd rather suck and die.
It's like how Mario Galaxy 2 gives you the fucking bronze star if you do that shit.
I actually don't even know about that because I don't think I ever did that.
So Galaxy 2 has the Cosmic Rosalina guy. It's basically the thing where it was the first Mario game to introduce the whole if you die enough times it gives you an assist feature thing.
Oh, interesting.
Where in
that was the first one?
Yeah, Galaxy 2 I believe was the first one.
New Super Mario Brothers Wii was the first one.
Nope, that was the first one.
Okay,
New Super Mario Bros. Wii was the first one. I forgot about that.
Okay.
Yes, because that did like the super hints and or the thing where Luigi plays it for you. Or
yeah,
something.
and then you could pause it and play as Luigi if you did it. I always did that so I could play as Luigi.
Yeah, so New Super Mario Bros. Wii was the first, and then a year later Galaxy 2 had a similar thing, where in that one, basically if you die enough times, a little cosmic kind of wispy version of Rosalina would appear, and it would be like, hey, are you having trouble with this level? Watch me play it and beat it for you, where it would basically clip to like a gameplay video of them beating the level for you, and then it cuts to the end where you can get the star, except the star will be a bronze star.
Interesting.
Hey guys, this is Rosalina 412, and this is Gusty Garden Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2. Just you watch her Let's Play channel while she beats the level for you.
Dude, I know for a fact that if Rosalina had a Let's Play channel, people would be fucking tuning in.
Oh, of course. If she would be a Twitch streamer.
I believe it.
She would be, cause fuck. Oh God.
Too busy thinking about Rosalina as a Twitch streamer.
I don't wanna. I'm trying to fucking focus.
She would imagine her going, "Thanks for the bits."
Woo!
Oh,
Yes.
She would probably say that as a reaction to.
Yeah, she probably would.
might as well jump.
There we go.
Jump.
All right.
You already know why I hate that song.
Yes,
aware.
I do.
Yeah, I like Van Halen too much.
I would if it wasn't for the trauma.
If it wasn't for the trauma.
That makes me want to jump. Okay, you don't have your
I'm fucked.
your boomerang, so be careful.
Yeah.
Be smart.
Careful.
Did somebody say jump into the lava without protection?
Yeah, careful. You've known me for how many years at this point, Justin? 2, 3. Actually, how long have we known each other?
Well, let's see.
like how long have we been friends?
So since 2023, so that would have been.
So 2.5 years.
Yeah, actually, well, technically, okay. Where do you count it? Do you count Japan or do you count video production?
I would count video production. I'd say
Because that
we were
was when
pretty
Sonic
friendly.
Frontiers was coming out, so that would have been 2022. Because I remember us talking about that.
Yeah, I think we were pretty friendly in video production.
Yeah, so let's say so fall 2022 then.
Oh, really? That's when we took that class?
Yeah, because we told
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Lock in.
yeah.
Lock in.
I remember we were discussing our video production project like the weekend before, like the week before Sonic Frontiers came out, and we were like hyped up about it.
Oh, yeah.
So that would have been like November.
So 3 years. Damn, there you go.
There you go.
See, I locked in because I was thinking about my friendship with Justin.
Literally, you had your Sora, my friends are my power moment.
That's literally what happened, yeah. Ow.
She managed to get out?
She is a strong, independent woman, Dan.
True, but most strong, independent men can't bend metal.
Well, most strong, independent men aren't women.
You know what? I hadn't considered that.
I did say most. I did not say all.
Some men are strong, independent women.
Yes. Also, that version of that small Mario looked like the Mario RPG Mario.
It did.
Okay, because there's one more world, I think, right? Or is there one more level?
There's one more level. What?
What? Was he supposed to be in his Koopa car or something?
I don't know, but
Why did he do that?
that was really funny, and I love how Mario just kind of looked at the ground like, oh.
Maybe Mario RPG is the source of my question of how small Mario works, because he perplexes me conceptually.
Yeah,
That's fair,
true.
yeah.
He's a small man with a small plan.
Don't even get me started on like tiny Mario. Like The one
Oh,
that's
like
even
the-
smaller than this one. Yeah.
Yeah, the blue mushroom Mario.
Well,
yeah.
that makes sense. It's
That's a power up.
it's a power up. Is that because is this who Mario is, or is this Mario like affected by some shit?
It's a good question.
Because according to the old games, that's who Mario is.
There's a whole nother world.
It looks like there's like 2 levels.
Oh no, it's extended of World 8. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh, boy.
Oh God! All right.
And for a penny and for a pound.
For a penny and for a pound, and I want that pound.
I'll take the penny.
Fucking coward.
The penny is the one that does the pounding.
It's called I Have Rent.
No, that's fair.
That's also
I have
fair.
rent too.